Hi, and welcome to episode 14 of the Guy Who Sews podcast. My name is Sean, and this is my weekly podcast where I share the projects I've been working on, my completed projects, and some other fun news, so stay tuned. If you're new to this channel or you're one of my returning viewers, welcome, and I hope you enjoy the podcast. So let's move on, first of all, to our works in progress. I am very excited to say that one of our works in progress has actually turned into a completed project, which we'll show you just a little later on. But let's see what I have been working on. Since we have got that completed project, I had to start something new. And although a lot of you guys voted for the solar flare quilt, which I'll start very shortly, I ultimately chose to get started on the pinwheel quilt, purely because it was easier to cut. So here's the progress I've made so far. I've made several of the pinwheels, and I think they have turned out really well. And, oh, hang on a second. Here's another one. I did discover that when I put similar colors together, it didn't quite show as well as like this one here did. And so I still have quite a few more to cut out, so I'll know to not do that in the future. So, as always, you live and learn. And there's another one. And I've also actually been able to get the first row completely done. And I think it's turned out pretty darn good. And then the other thing I've been working on that I've been wanting to do for quite some time is get started and practice a bit on my free motion quilting. I am very much a beginner at that, and I just wanted to show you what I've done so far. This is the bear paw quilt block that I did with Stephanie Stitches about a month ago, and I did a little bit of free motion here, tried to do some leaves, and then just some outlines around the stars. It does not look fantastic, but you know, I'm only going to get better with time, so I'm going to keep practicing with this block and some other blocks that I'm going to make just as practice, and you know, my free motion I'm sure will get better as time goes on. So, now that we've been through all of my works in progress, I would like to go ahead and show you the week in review, which is just a short video of what I get up to during the week and kind of behind the scenes. So enjoy. Well, I hope you enjoyed my week in review video. If you're enjoying the video so far, I would love it if you'd hit that thumbs up or like button down below. So let's move on to completed projects, and this is one I am super excited about. We've been talking about this for weeks and weeks, and finally it is done, our bear paw quilt. I have finished the borders, it is completely done, the quilt top, so now all I have to do is bind it and quilt it and all that good stuff. And I'm going to post a video up here real quick to show you in better detail the full quilt, but this is just basically how it looks, and I just cannot be more pleased with how this turned out. The colors are great, the fabrics are great, everything about this is great, and I'm really looking forward to quilting this and you know, being able to display it. My wife and I have talked about it, and we think eventually what we'll want to do with it is put it on our spare bedroom, and here's a picture of it sitting on the bed, just as an illustration for you guys. So we have no acquisitions this week, so we can skip over that part, and let's move on to announcements and other news. Last week I spoke about this briefly, but I am going to make and donate a quilt to the Snuggled in Hopes camp up in Ohio, which is a camp for disabled children who all get a quilt, and I have decided on a pattern. Last week I joined Stephanie Stitches and we did this mosaic block, and I'm going to do this these blocks in the quilt, but using this fun dinosaur pattern that I fabric that I got from So Yeah. I don't quite have enough, so I'm going to go ahead and place an order of them in the next day or two to get a little bit more, and that's going to be a fun quilt, so you'll be able to see that in progress very, very soon. I also told you guys last week I was going to do a series on how to make a t-shirt quilt. My intention was to get it out this week, but life happened, work was busy, and unfortunately it hasn't happened yet. I have got the t-shirts selected, so that is a start. I've got it together. I just need to record the video, so bear with me for all those of you that want to see that. I'm very excited that you want to join me in this journey, but it's just going to take a little longer than we first anticipated. One more thing I wanted to run by you guys and see what you guys thought. I did tell you before I did get the Cotton Cuts So Sweet Puzzle Mystery Quilt, and I haven't started it yet, and I'm wondering if I should just put this to the back burner and maybe do it, you know, later in the summer or in the fall, because we have until November to finish it before we get all the assembly clues to put it all together. So what do you think? Should I put some time aside the next week or two and get these two clues done, or should I just put it to the side and get it done later on? Please let me know in the comments. If you have any ideas or comments, I would love to hear them. You can email me at theguywhosews@gmail.com. I'm on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram. Or you can definitely leave me a comment about the video. I read and respond to every single one, and I love hearing from you guys. So definitely leave a comment if you would like to communicate with us. And that pretty much wraps up this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, again, hit the like button. And we will see you all again for our next video. Happy sewing. I hope you get as much done as you want. And we'll see you all next time. Have a good week. Bye.